Welcome to the Gatekeepers Podcast with Billy Grove, where the fence world gets real, raw, and unfiltered. Billy's not just an industry leader, he's a hands-on pro who knows what it takes to build quality fences and strong teams. So grab a cold one, settle in, and get ready for straight talk about the trade. Today's show is brought to you by Mr. Fence Academy, National Metal Industries, J.C. Gury Signs and Decals, and Orlando Hinge Company. If you're looking to hit the next level in your fence company, check out Mr. Fence Academy. Real fencers, real job sites, real training equals real results. And now, live from the Mr. Fence Academy studios, here's your host, Billy Grove.
What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fabulous Tuesday? I hope everybody has had an awesome week. I was not able to make it last week for the podcast, worked late, made a last minute choice to run a rerun. So here I am again. Last week was busy. I'm glad to have that behind me. And we're back in the hot seat tonight. We got Mr. Jason Driscoll on again. If you guys caught that episode with him and his wife on after the CMM open house this past April, he is back with a bigger shop, and we're going to get to talking about that in just a minute. But first and foremost, guys, we got to give some much needed love to our sponsors. Mr. Fence Academy, guys, if you're looking to up the level of your business, whether it be the installation or the business side, go check them out at www.mrfenceacademy.com. If you don't join the academy, at least get yourself to a training. Next up, we got National Metal Industries, guys, and they just dropped a new aluminum handrail line. Comes in black and white, 3 foot high, 6 foot wide, and 8 foot wide selections. Comes in a kit. Go check them out over at www.nmifence.com. Next up, we got J.C. Gury, guys. If you're still in the market for a fence sign for your finished fence to look great 10 years down the road, not just for the next couple of weeks, go check out JC Gury at www.jcgury.com. And like I said, each one of those signs comes with Mylar lamination. Make that thing look good 10 years down the road. Last but not least, we got my good friends over at Orlando Hinge Company, aka the Swan Hinge. If you guys are still struggling with those uphill swing double gates, one side has to swing uphill because Mrs. Jones wants it exactly there. Go check them out at www.swanhinge.com. They actually work. I've used quite a few of them. My last one was a big giant Goliath 6 5/8 one for some chain link, and super easy to install. They absolutely work. Like I said, go give them a shout at www.swanhinge.com. Boom, there we go. All right, man, it feels good. I didn't even stumble over any of my sponsor shout outs, which normally when I'm back in the hot seat for a week off, I do, but didn't. Made through it great. All right, let's go ahead and get our my guest on, and boom, we're going to go from there. Hey, man, what's going on?
What's going on? How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, man. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Good to see you. Real good to see you.
Yeah, man, you too, man. I saw you've been traveling a lot lately, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, Larissa's a travel agent, so she gets me all over the place. South Africa, and then we took the kids to St. Thomas and my in-laws as well. But South Africa was it was amazing.
I saw pictures and I was really jealous. I was like, man, that looked like a time and a half right there.
We got to see a lion get taken down by a couple buffalo right in front of us. I mean, it was like 15 feet in front of us. It was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, man, that's definitely an unforgettable moment in your life right there.
Yeah. Yep.
There's not many times you get to see it actually happen like that in nature, especially a buffalo taking down a lion. So
right.
That's really cool, man. And then you said you were down in St. Thomas, which is the Virgin
Thomas, yeah.
So like the Islands.
Yeah, when we got back, Larissa felt bad that we didn't take the kids to Africa, So she had we planned a couple months later, we planned a vacation to take, for them as well. So it was nice, but,
man. And y'all went fishing and caught some mahi too, didn't you?
Yeah. Reagan caught that. Yeah, that was it. He caught it and he goes, Dad, that was the fish I wanted to catch. So of course, we had to, it's in the process of getting mounted right now. It was about 40 inches long. It was a decent size one. Yeah.
A pretty good size one. It was almost bigger than him.
Right.
Like I was looking at the pictures and I was like, that's a big fish.
It was, well, you know what? We didn't catch a lot that day. And then, it was really, the ocean was very rough that day.
Yeah.
And Reagan was starting to get a little distracted, and I think that captain could tell. And he saw I don't know what kind of bird it was, but he saw a bird circling up above, and he goes, "That's our friend right there." And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "That friend is noticing where the bait fish are, and the bait fish are because there's a bigger fish." So he turned the boat around, and we started trolling right there. And sure enough, that guy knew exactly what he was doing. He nailed it. As soon as Reagan hit it, the guy he goes, "That's a mahi mahi." He's like, "That's what." I'm like, "How do you know that?" Right away, right? So,
man, that's awesome, man. That's a fish of a lifetime right there, dude. So, like especially for him being landlocked. So that's awesome, man.
Right.
Love it. Love it. All right. So we did a little like what's been going on with you lately. Tell us a little bit about for our guys who did not catch the first episode with you. Give us a little brief background of who you are, where you out of, blase.
So I'm out of southwestern PA. Worked for the federal government for 19 years until April of this year. I would say probably 10 years ago, when I worked for the government, I also worked part-time for my parents down at the restaurant. And one of the cooks down there said, "Hey, I'm looking for a fence and whatnot." And I said, "I can put up a split rail fence. I'll do that for you." So I put up a fence for him. And next thing you know, I did another fence. So I was doing that part-time for 10 years until just April, when Elon came in and said, your agency is gone. So I took the buyout, and I've been wanting to make the jump for years, but I was afraid since I had a government job, and I was just, it was a nice job. And I was like, I'll just keep doing fences as side work. But it got to the point where we were doing 6 fences a weekend. I had like a couple crews for weekend work, and I knew I could do it. I just was scared, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was scared of the what if, but I'm glad that it finally, they kind of pushed me out the door, and I had no other choice. So I said, let's do it. And that's right about when I met you down at CMM.
Yeah, man. That's funny that you say down, I say up.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that's
way up for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So you've been rocking and rolling in the fence world here lately, man. You really have been or at least you've been like posting a lot more on like social media.
Yes.
So how are the crews loving all of the changes that you've made?
So the crews that I have right now, I want to say they're all, for the most part, they've been with me for about 1.5 to 2 years. So they're all somewhat newer, I would say. But they all tell me that this is one of their favorite places to work. They love working here. I treat them like people. Not, I don't, I try to be a leader as much as, obviously a boss too, but I try to be a leader. And they love working here. They always tell me they do. At least they tell me they do. So.
I mean, I guess that's one good thing, right?
Right.
That's funny.
But and they can tell that I'm investing back into them. I'm taking them to these trainings. I took them to Vegas. Took them to CMM training. We're gonna do fence games. So I was just talking. Sean just texted me last night asking how many guys I'm bringing down to fence games. So I'm trying to put as much back into the guys as possible. And next year we have some pretty cool big changes coming, and so we'll talk about that later in the show.
That's awesome. So you're going to fence games, yeah?
Yes.
Are you going to be competing?
I think we are. At first I wasn't, and Sean's like, no, you need to go down there and compete. So I guess we are. I guess that's what's going to happen.
What like discipline are you choosing?
You mean like what's okay? So you mean as far as
what like style of fence you're?
Oh, okay. So I think we're gonna do aluminum.
Ah,
I think I'm gonna do aluminum.
So I talked it over with one of our main guys who's about to be the newest foreman, and he was like, "We should do aluminum," and I'm like, but it's the fastest. I'm like, I want to do fast, but also like you have to think a little bit. And he was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, but no, man, let's not do the easiest one. And so then like a couple days later, I was like, hey man, so I decided, I've already told Sean, we're gonna do 6 foot commercial chain link +1. And he was like, I'm not fucking going. I was like, bro, I'm just playing. He's like, it's not that I don't like it. It's like we're gonna get our ass whooped, man. I was like, nah, we won't get our ass. He's like, yeah, like in the speed category. It's like, bro, there's so many categories. I was like,
right.
I'm just messing with you. First off, I just wanted to see what you would say. But
if I told my guys chain link, we don't do. I would say we probably did 10 chain link jobs this year.
Yeah.
I really try not to do them, and that's one of our Achilles heels is chain link. It's we're getting better, but man, I don't know why, but we can fly at vinyl and wood. And I was just talking. James is my coach, and I was just telling him we just did an aluminum job, 750 feet, 7 gates, and we put it in at 4.5 man hours per panel, or 4.5 panels per man hour, and
that's
we were humming on that one.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was nice flat.
So.
It was flat ground. It was flat ground. It was easy pounding. We had 2 pounders going, so it was a total of 5 of us. But yeah, we had 775-ish feet with 7 gates put in one day. So
one day.
Yeah, we started at 8:30. By 2:30 in the afternoon, we were packing up. Done.
No shit.
Customer came out and went, "Are you freaking kidding me?" He's like, "This is insane." I'm like, one thing we fly at aluminum. We're still, we're still picking up the numbers on vinyl and stuff like that. I'm still, learning the going up hills and stuff, because that's going to obviously add a little bit more time and stuff. But the guys kill it on aluminum. They kill it on aluminum, and that is our go-to. For the most part, I would say aluminum is our #1 seller for sure.
Man, I wish it was like that down here.
I would say it's 65% of my work is aluminum.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I haven't looked at the numbers recently, but I know at our last meeting, ours was like, I want to say like 9%.
Really?
Like
so what do you do? A lot of vinyl.
Wood,
really?
Vinyl, wood, and like wood and chain link are our top 2.
Interesting.
With wood being heavy, we are starting to bend the curve a little bit, and we've been doing a lot more vinyl here recently.
Okay.
Actually, I think one of my guys, no, all of them have done wood. There was a time though when one of our guys had worked here for over a month and they had not touched a wood fence, and it was like, if you know where we're at, like that's crazy to think about.
Wow. Okay.
So
we had what was it? 12 bunks of 30. So 500 panels of 8 foot came in, and they were gone within 30 days. Gone. All installed. I called because we buy all of our stuff. I was using Digger for a little bit, but we ended up switching back to Country Estates. I buy we do 8 foot commercial panels. And kind of one thing I've learned from Sean is less is more. So I've stuck with, and I've done it this entire year, and it has panned out tremendously. Instead of offering this style, and next thing you know, by the end of the year, I have, 80 panels left over of all this bullshit that I can't use anyway, and none of it matches. So I may as well scrap it all, because I hate stuff leaving stuff lay around. So we went to just 54-inch black aluminum commercial. And I had country estates. What was nice is they're easy to deal with. And as far as changes, like, hey, can you do this for me? And can you do this for me? Instead of like, no, that they make the holes routed bigger in the post so that I can, once you cut it, you don't have to notch it and slap them together. They do that. They are now going to sell them to me without the little notch at the end. So it'll be a full profile.
There we go.
Yeah. So I had them sort of do the same thing with, instead of they eliminate all the screw holes. So we installed I kind of took the way that we were installing Digger and the way we installed Country Estates, and they worked with me and came up with my own little idea. And
so are you putting notches in the actual panel now?
So what we're doing is
little like prong notches.
Not even doing that. We're just push them together. I put 2 screws in the top and then 2 screws in the bottom.
Okay.
That bottom rail's not going anywhere. Top rail's not. I mean, it's not coming out, right? I mean, it's in. Yeah, that's and it has sped up. It's working. So
I like that. I like that idea.
It was something because then that way, it's into the post, into the I-beam, into the rail. It's not going to move.
Yeah, and it's the same concept as having a hole in the post because you're going to have a hole in the rail at the end of the day, anyways.
Yeah. Yep.
So I like that a lot.
What's that?
I like that a lot. Yeah. I like that you went out to them and combined 2 different brands, and they were like, "Oh yes, absolutely, that's awesome."
And I told them, I said, with the way everything is changing, I said, there's a lot of companies that they're just like, no, this is the way I'm selling my aluminum, and you have to deal with it. I said, the fact that you guys are willing to make changes and stuff like this, it's going to pay dividends because because eventually
people are watching as well. I mean, not just this show, but like people are watching you post. If you mention something about it, people are watching. They might not comment or like or anything, but people see it. So
people see it. Exactly. So it's only a matter of time before everyone's driving posts.
Yeah.
You have a lot of older business owners that just don't want to change at this point because they have X amount of years in and they don't want to learn something new. So, but once all of those guys, I feel like, are out and the newer generations coming in, concrete's going to be a thing of the past.
See, and what blows my mind about this whole process is you are completely right about it being the older business owners not wanting to change. But what I find even more crazy is it's the older homeowners who love this process. I mean, absolute hands down are blown away with it. Like our age homeowners are just like, oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
Awesome, right.
Awesome.
You're exactly right. Yes.
That fact blows my mind. It's like the majority of the population is not just accepting it, but is also like, man, why didn't you guys start doing this a lot sooner? But yet we have those business owners that are in that age bracket who are like, no, so
it's because they're
like beating a dead horse at the end of the day.
Afraid of change.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I started, we were digging holes and carrying concrete and all that.
Absolutely.
And I like I told Sean before I even met him or you or anything, I was watching YouTube videos and I was like, I'm going to try this. And after one job, I went, that was way too easy.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of learning curve, and then you just get faster and faster and faster. And it's funny, is one of the local competitors told me, he's actually close to my area. He said, you can't drive post around here. And we were actually in the same cul-de-sac working, and my guys were finishing up, packed up for the day. It's noon, right? And they're still on the second panel using, and he's a big company. They're using hand tools, not even augers, hand tools, and trying to dig rocks out and stuff. And I wanted to be like, we're working in the same area and I just drove here and you're still digging out rocks.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me I can't. I can. It's just, you have to be willing to try it and accept it.
Yeah. So. And not just that, but I hear the argument, and I'm not trying to get on the whole driving post thing, guys, because I know I get a lot of kickback from that, but it's what I love to do and it's what I do on almost a daily basis. We've almost phased out like dig and set here. So, but man, where was I going with that? Complete gone. But no, it's the same thing. Like people are like, well, you know, what happens if you hit a root or a rock? And I have found out very many times that unless it's a root bigger than my bicep,
right,
I'm pretty much gonna go through it. And if it's deep, like if it's a deeper root, because that's what we deal with here is, you know, roots. If it's a deeper root, just have some patience. But it's those ones that are up near the surface is the ones that get you because they want to bounce, right? So there's nothing actually like just driving into it. But what I've figured out is, man, it's the same thing as what happened if you were digging a hole. Exactly. You either move it out of the way or you dig through it. So same, you know, and I'm also one of those people that I'm not afraid to use a bag of concrete if I'm driving posts. Like if I got to dig out a root and I got to still drive the post, I'm just going to fill the hole up with concrete, pack it, and then drive it through it. So, you know, it still beats leveling out a post and dumping concrete and having to breathe all that concrete in when I could just dump it in a hole and walk away, let the dust go all over the place and just be done with it. So that's my take on it.
Yep.
But so yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Are you using the Bull or the Patriot? Either one of those two?
So I just got the actual new Patriot. I had the original.
Wait, there's a new Patriot?
Well, it's the one that you have.
Okay.
Gotcha. That one. Okay. I just found this out. I just found this out that the original Patriot that I had was the Frankenstein unit. Basically, Sean built that in the shop, trying to get it something to drive or to hit harder than the Bull. My last training, I can't even remember when it was, a month ago or so. It finally took a shit. Like it was a critical, I don't even remember what the guy called it, a critical failure. But it was not a human error from no like WD-40 or using it wrong. He was just like, it just blew up internally, basically.
Right.
But yeah, man, so I have now the Patriot that everybody has finally.
Gotcha.
So I got that. We have the Bull as well, which just doesn't really get used, to be quite honest with you, anymore. And then we have gas-powered Rhinos, gas-powered US Hammers, which I'm gonna keep quiet about because I do love what the company tries to do. But
I have the battery unit. I love the battery unit.
Yeah,
I love the battery unit.
Yeah,
I told, here's what I said. I said, if you can come out with a retrofit for the 2 gas pounders I have so that we can make them all electric, I will be very happy.
Yeah.
But hey, what I wanted to say, and I was asking about the Patriot is, we got earlier this year, we got a retired F550 from the water company. Okay. And it has a diesel powered generator or diesel powered air compressor on the truck. So it's like one of those towable ones, right? But it's mounted on the truck. So it's a screw driven
thing.
Oh, I want to say it's 2 feet wide, maybe 7 foot long, and
that's what I was thinking.
4 foot high, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
so no tank because it's screw driven, so it's just constant pressure. This sucker literally took Schedule 40 pipe and just destroyed it, almost like what the Rex did.
Yeah.
And then I just had to call out Mr. Fence and get a new Patriot. I don't know, what do you call the actual
barrel sleeve, or do you have to get like the anvil?
Yeah, the anvil, because it pretty much just, after we hit a few rocks and went through rocks, it also destroyed the other side of the. It literally mushroomed the Patriot anvil.
Well, now, whenever I took my Frankenstein Patriot unit apart, like the anvil was all curved up and all
yes,
like crazy looking. So the only issue that I've had, and it's only been a couple times, but man, when it happens, it sucks. Is we have mushrooms Schedule 40 enough to get stuck in the damn barrel of the Patriot.
Wow.
I don't know if you've like ran into that, but
maybe
it's not
my guys
fun.
have. Maybe they haven't told me, but that's a possibility. Yes.
I promise you, hand to God, they would have told you.
Right.
Because it would have taken them in upwards of an hour to figure out how to get it out.
My God.
We had to, the last time it happened, which it's been like 7-8 months, and it was insanely hard ground for where we're at. And I don't even know if it's for where we're at. It was just really hard ground. And the last time it happened, we had to cut it off, like cut the pipe off and bring it back to the shop to get it out.
Oh, jeez.
It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah,
I mean, we were taking like mini sledgehammers and trying to go through the other side and like hit it out with a piece of, it was stuck. Like it would not come out. We ended up having to heat it up and then pull it out. So,
wow.
But
wow.
Oh man. Hey, well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the show. Like for you guys watching who are maybe looking to get an office space, maybe looking to upsize their office space, stick around because we got some insider tips and some pointers coming your way here in 3 minutes.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National. J.C. Gury Signs and Decals has been a trusted name in the sign industry since 1949, with all manufacturing done in-house from start to finish right here in the USA. With 75 years in outdoor signage and roots dating back to the 1920s, J.C. Gury specializes in durable, high-quality signs and decals. In-house screen printing since the 1970s ensures every product meets the highest standards. Visit jcgury.com for more information. Every aluminum sign includes Mylar lamination at no extra cost, extending product life in tough outdoor conditions. For unmatched quality and longevity, visit jcgury.com. Struggling with a gate that drags on your sloped yard? Orlando Hinge Company has the solution, the Swan Hinge. Unlike standard hinges, the Swan Hinge lets double drive gates swing open smoothly up inclines, eliminating dragging and binding. Easy to install on vinyl, aluminum, wood, and chain link gates. It's built for durability and made to withstand the elements. And when your customer hears that, yes, their gates can work on a slope, you just made the sale. The Swan Hinge, designed by fencers for fencers. Made in the USA, lifetime warranty. Order today at swanhinge.com or email info@orlandohingecompany.com. The Swan Hinge, because every gate deserves to open smoothly.
All right, guys, we are back, and I don't know what the hell is going up with the comments.
Yes.
They're there, but they're not there. Guys, like StreamYard just released a whole plethora of updates. Even the like studio that I sent Jason earlier didn't work the first couple times. So right as I went to commercial, all of the comments popped up on my screen, and now that we're done with them, they're all gone. So those of you who have commented and said hello all. So I saw Susan, Sean Behensky, Evan Gardner, James. Hi guys, I'm not ignoring you. For some reason, I cannot see a single comment on my screen, which is crazy. StreamYard, do better, please. Come on, man. So now that we have my rant done, I'm sorry, I was thinking about it the entire time the commercials were off. I'm like, why couldn't I see these earlier? As soon as I hit commercials, they all popped up. But so JBR moved into a much bigger office and warehouse laydown yard. Let's talk about that.
So to be clear, first, I was working out of my driveway. So this is my first shop. This is my first office. I was working out.
You had a CMM router in your garage?
No. Well, I just got so in April. We bought the router in February, March, and then it stayed in storage until June or July.
Ding, light bulb goes off. Because I remember at the CMM thing, you're like, oh yeah, man, we have a router. And I'm like, damn.
We have a router, we just don't use it. I'm sorry, we didn't use it then. We use it all the time now. I was just waiting for the closing of the building. So yes, we were out of our driveway for 7-8 years.
That's amazing.
Stockpiles of stuff in my driveway. So and so just got my very first truckload of vinyl delivered just yesterday. So that was awesome. It came and I went, where am I going to put all this? We figured it out, but I was a little stressed out. I knew what I was ordering, but I was just like, all right, now where is this all going to go? But we're good. We got it all in there. So it's a 60 by 60 building. It's actually in a residential area. It's right on a main drag of residential. So there's tons of houses all around me. There's our building, and then there's a dog groomer right next to us. Like I said, 60 by 60 building. It has 3 garage doors. It has a loading dock. And then behind it is another block building. Is like a 20 by 50 that we house all of our aluminum panels and our I-beams and stuff like that.
Nice.
So I was because the block building it's pretty old. Like one side of it actually has the original stone that somebody dug out of the ground and built the foundation. It was part of the original farmhouse of the area. So I called the township today just to find out, like, hey, I know this building is grandfathered in because it's only 14 feet away from the property line on one side and about 3 feet off the property line on the other side. And I'm like, I know what the new building codes, but if I wanted to take this down and build a new pool building, what are the guidelines? They're like, oh, well, you have to be 30 feet off the property line. I'm like, okay, well, that building is either going to stay or I'm just going to level it and asphalt the whole area and make that all outdoor storage.
Yep.
That answered my question. I said, okay, well, I can't, because if I go 30 feet off, my building is only going to be about 10 feet wide. I was like, well, that's not going to work. So
not going to work.
No.
All right. So, obviously a lot of major planning went into this big step. What kind of, and you don't have to break it down, dollar wise or anything, but what kind of actual planning went into moving yourself out of a garage into a brick and mortar location?
I'm going to be honest. I kind of did it I had a little bit of planning, but probably not as much planning as I should have. I knew we were making plenty enough money to do it. I knew that wasn't a problem. It was just being scared to do it, I think, was the biggest thing. Now doing it, I wish I would have done it years ago.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's funny as now that I have a coach and there's stuff that I'm actually looking at that I wasn't looking at before. That my wife told me, you got to be doing all this and looking at all this stuff. But I wasn't, but I am doing it now, and we're good. We're good, and the guys are doing well, and we're so right now I don't even have an office there because when we got the place, we gutted the whole thing.
Right.
I redid the floors, the office. I wanted to get all of the manufacturing side of it, right, the router and all that up and running, all the electrical. And I told, I have a desk in there, but it's just open ceiling. We gutted it all. My father-in-law is going to come over and help me with all the wiring, and we're going to actually finish it this winter and make it so that Larissa has a desk, I have a desk, and then we hired a new girl. Her name's Mickey. She does a lot of my estimates for me now.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
So I have 4 full-time guys, Braden, Bill, Bryce Martino, and then Jarrett, and then Mickey does my estimates.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So as far as move day, how did that
look? Move day was, all right, guys, let's all go to the Driscoll house and bring all the trailers and flatbeds and just start loading up all the vinyl. And just I bought a forklift, and then actually the building came with a Bobcat with a set of forks. So I bought that. Yeah. So I kind of like told the guy, it was kind of a deal. I said, I will buy it as long as I get that. And we worked back and forth with some numbers, and it ended up, because he wanted to sell it separately. And I said, no, I want that with it. So I brought that to the house. We loaded stuff up and just started moving stuff out. And I didn't realize how much crap I had here until like they kept bringing trailers. I'm like, aren't we done yet? And they're like, no, we're only like halfway. I'm like, where am I going to put all this stuff? But so the first move day was, we were just trying to put stuff wherever. But since then, I've kind of narrowed things down, and I only have, because at first that was before I had talked to James and stuff, where let's narrow it down to just simpler. Let's just do white vinyl, Adobe vinyl. So I brought all this stuff over, right? Yeah. Most of it, and not most of it, 30% of it ended up either going to the scrapyard or coming back here. I was like, well, I'll just put it in the back, and it'll be back here in the graveyard if I ever need it, right? But I don't have room at the shop for it right now. So, and it's funny, when that big truckload come in, I was telling Larissa, I said, where are we going to put this? She goes, well, worst case scenario, bring it back to the house, and we'll, you can store some stuff in the driveway just like we used to do. So, luckily I didn't have to do that. We got it all in. So that's
awesome. That's awesome.
There's a lot more on a truckload than what you think.
Yeah, there is, man. There's a whole lot more.
Like they when they're saying 22 bundles of pickets and 12 bundles of rails, and they're saying all that, but then when you unload it, and then you're like, okay, where am I going to put all this now?
And you realize that like you can really only stack like 3 high, 4 high for your lifts and stuff. You're like, man, I'm running out of room really fast.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, man, it happens. I remember the first truckload of wood pickets we got, and we stacked them to the ceiling as high as we could get them. And it took up just about every inch of usable non like driving or parking space inside the warehouse. And it was like, holy shit. I think that we could fit all this in here, but we did.
Right.
So like as far as like layouts and stuff, are you still fine-tuning that of like where things go? And
I think we're pretty much on the shop part. We have so it was an old plumbing shop, so the one whole side of the shop, he already had tons of shelves built with all these little cubby holes, which worked out perfect for all my little brackets and stuff like that. So I didn't even have to build any of that. That was already there. I did take out a lot of other shelving, but as far as like fine tuning, I think we pretty much have it now. Like I said, we're going to be trying to figure out the office where outlets are going and stuff like that, just to kind of make it a little bit, because it was an old rundown plumbing shop / was a car garage at one time. I want to say the building's probably 80 years old. Right. So and we did a lot of, I'm sure you saw some of the pictures I posted with the front of the business. Yeah. We did a lot to it. Because it's still, the front door is not very inviting. I keep telling Larissa, we need to put it's just a black front door. It's we painted it, but I want to put a new front door on there to make it feel a little bit more welcoming. Right. And then you'll walk into the, showroom / offices then. So
there we go.
We're still working on it though. We're still getting there.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Living out the dream though, huh?
Yeah. I'm excited. I love going to work every day. I love it. Love it. So
that's awesome. All right, man. Well, hey, dude, we're coming up on end of time, and
Oh,
like,
wow.
got any? Yeah,
What?
bro. It's been a minute.
Right.
You got any like closing thoughts for our viewers and listeners out there?
One thing I'll say is if you think it's something that you want to do and you haven't been able to pull the trigger or think like, oh, too afraid to do it, just do it. Just do it. Make the change, do it, and put your effort into it, and it'll happen. I don't. That's about all I can say. Is like
that like Steve Harvey video jump is one of the best one of the best things I've ever watched, and I watch it quite frequently. So
because a lot of us are, and I was there. I'm actually wondering, like, if Elon wouldn't have came in, would I still be at the government? I don't know. Like, sometimes things happen for a reason, and I really think like it gave me the push I needed. And this year, the guys just are killing it. I have the best crew, one of the best crews, and I can't wait to bring them to fence games and see all you guys again. You know,
that's gonna be fun, man. That's gonna be a fun, chaotic time. I'll tell you that much. It is going to be chaotic. There's gonna be so many people out there, so many different crews working. It's gonna be a sight to see, man.
It is gonna be a sight to see. It's gonna be something like you and I have never seen before. That's for sure.
Man, I'll tell you what. I mean, what was funny is like, in the middle of Sean telling me that I'm going to be competing, he's like, "Oh yeah, we're also going to have a podcast booth up there for you." And I'm like, "Well, how am I going to be competing if I'm up in a podcast booth, man?
You got to figure it out. You got to figure it out.
Works. I don't think that works." But man, it's going to be a lot of fun. I know my guys are pumped up. So there's that, man. Thank you so much for coming on tonight, man. I very much enjoyed talking to you again. And
I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
One thing I said I wanted to tell you at the end of the show. So our next big thing for JBR is we're getting the Rex, and I have one guy that's going to be dedicated. That's his job. He's going to be out driving posts, and then I'm going to have 2 crews behind him coming and installing fences. That's what. So I've been talking with Sean, working with it, but that's in the works.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That is awesome, bro. Man, when you get it, give me some updates, man. I already know it's freaking awesome, but like, just like give everybody updates, show that thing off, man. I'm excited for you, bro. That's gonna be fun.
Thanks. I think just trying to stay one step ahead of my competitors all the time, and just I feel like that's going to be a game changer. In, you know what, and then my guys can go home at the end of the night and still play with their kids and still go work and not be drained and their asses beat, right? Because I care about my guys, and I want to make sure, because when I was digging and setting, you know as well as I know, you were beat by the end of the day. You come home and you were beat, done. And I don't want my guys to, so
hey, man, more power to you. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to have you back on the show in a couple months. That way we can talk about all of the new changes that we have going on. And again, thank you so much for taking some time out of your night to come on here. Always a pleasure, like talking to you and having you on, bro. Keep killing it out there, man, and keep posting on social media, because I love it. I love it.
Thank you, Billy.
All right, buddy.
See ya. Take care, bud.
Thanks, man. All right, guys. Excuse me. Awesome show tonight. I hope you guys grabbed some like golden nuggets along the way. For the comments, I'm sorry, I'm still not seeing them. I'm sure they have been throughout the entire show, guys. Hopefully StreamYard gets that little glitch fixed. Normally we have a glitch for a little while after some updates. But man, we got a great show lined up for you guys next week. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. Get out there, kick some ass, make some money, and be safe overall. I'll see y'all next Tuesday.